Let's take a look at your forecast as we head through your Wednesday. We are now halfway through the week. We are seeing a big change in the weather pattern as well as we do so. So Monday, Tuesday, quite a bit of cloud cover overhead. By the time we get through the day today, we're looking at mostly sunny conditions that will prevail into the weekend and even into next week. View outside still pretty dark. We've got another about hour before we start to allow for any light to come in, and that sunrise, once it does come, will be beaming through, and that's because we have a lack of clouds this morning. The Santa Ana winds have already started to pick up. Offshore flow has thrown those clouds farther off away from us toward the ocean, and by the time we get into the weekend, into next week, a ridge of high pressure builds overhead that is really just going to amplify the already clear skies and warming temperatures. 40-degree temperatures overnight, though. Keep in mind this is slightly chillier than where we were yesterday morning, so keep that jacket with you on hand. The early morning hours, it could definitely be useful. Pretty clear conditions. We saw some of those high clouds dissipate over just the last several hours. Santa Ana winds peak into this evening. Temperatures warm up over the upcoming weekend and dry into the middle of next week. We've got a nice stretch of dry weather if you have been looking forward to it. You see those are arrows pointing toward the water. Offshore flow coming from the northeast of us. We're seeing those wind speeds mostly in the single digits right now, but again, those gusts are going to pick up to the 30 and 40 mile per hour range very quickly into this evening. So here's about 1:30 p.m. The purple on the screen indicating areas of 40 and upward mile per hour gusts, and this happens to just continue to amplify by the time we get to this evening. So this evening into early tomorrow, those winds do start to dissipate quite a bit. You see those purple and orange tones kind of calming down just a bit by the time we get into 6:30 a.m. Thursday. Still breezy across the mountaintops, though. No watches, warnings, or advisories related to wind or any really at all for us here in San Diego. Afternoon high temperatures are going to be warmer along the coastline and inland, whereas your mountains and deserts are going to be a few degrees cooler, but this does allow for a lot of uniform temperatures for the afternoon. Mid-60s for the most part, 66 for Del Mar, 64 for Poway, 50 degrees for Julian this afternoon, and 66 for Borrego Springs. Now, when we look at what we have over the next 8 days or so, it is a whole lot of sunshine, but what I want to focus on is where we see those high temperatures go. We've got 60s across the board all the way through the rest of this week. By the time we hit Sunday, that's when those 70s come into play. Widespread 70s, even mid-70s across your coast and inland. Looks like the mountains and deserts follow a similar pattern, upper 50 and low 60-degree temperatures by the middle of next week across your mountains, 80s for the deserts by Tuesday of next week.